Just made myself some stinging nettle tea. Nettle leaf is among the most valuable herbal remedies. It's full of nutrients and it's a slow acting nutritive herb that cleanses the body of metabolic waste. It's one of the safest alternatives, especially in the treatment of chronic disorders that require long term treatment. It has a gentle, stimulating effect to the lymphatic system, enhancing the excretion of waste through the kidneys. It's got a very high iron content that makes it a wonderful blood builder. It's got the presence of vitamin C, which aids in the iron's absorption. And it's an excellent herb for anemia, fatigue, promotes the process of protein transformation in the liver, effectively utilizing digested proteins while simultaneously preventing them from being discharged through the body as waste products. Stinging nettle is beneficial during pregnancy due to its rich mineral value and vitamin K, which guards against excessive bleeding. It's also a good supplement to strengthen the fetus. It is used during labor to ease the pain, and it will increase milk production in lactating women. It's often recommended for premenstrual syndrome because of its toxin-ridding activity. And when the liver is sluggish, it processes estrogen slowly, contributing to the high levels that cause the aggravated PMS. It acts as a restorative remedy during menopause, and the astringency of the herb helps in excessive menstrual flow. As a diuretic, stinging nettle increases the secretion and flow of urine. It makes it invaluable in the cases of fluid retention and bladder infections. So it's anti-lytic, aids in nephritic, breaking down stones in the kidney and gravel in the bladder. The leaves of the fresh nettle plant are stimulating, making it a powerful rubefacient for arthritis, bursitis, rheumatism, gout, tendinitis. They've all been treated with urtication. It helps with joint pain, and it's also been used similarly to dandelion leaf, promoting the elimination of uric acid from the joints with an alkalizing diuretic activity. It's had several clinical trials on pain and immobility with excellent tolerability. And a study conducted by the National College of Naturopathic Medicine in Portland, Oregon, found positive evidence of freeze-dried nettle leaf for treating hay fever, asthma, seasonal allergies, and hives. It's also been used for years as a treatment for asthma and allergic rhinitis. It's an arrestor of local bleeding, and it's an effective remedy for nosebleeds. It can be applied locally or sniffed. It's astringent. It's useful for hemorrhoids, diarrhea, bleeding in urinary organs. It's also good for mouth and throat infections. It's used to correct symptoms of gastrointestinal excess, such as gas, nausea, and mucus colitis. It's also used as an anodyne to relieve the pain of burns and scalds. It's got a beneficial effect on enlarged prostate glands. There's been several clinical trials that have demonstrated efficacy of stinging nettle in treating benign prostate hyperplasia in stage 1 and 2. It's also good for diarrhea, dysentery, and various hemorrhages. It's been used in multiple clinical trials of the respiratory system. It's got a stimulating effect, which is good for used as a hair rinse, which will regenerate hair growth and restore original hair color. It's used by the personal hair care industry in anti-dandruff products and scalp conditioners. Clairol uses more than 40 tons of nettles a year as a hair conditioner. In addition, Russian studies show that nettle tea has an antibacterial activity. Mouthwashes and toothpastes containing nettle reduce plaque and gingivitis. Many oral hair care products and health care products are in health food stores. They contain nettle. It's also used for congestion and coughs, tuberculosis, bronchitis, lung congestion, laryngitis. And it's good for joints and muscles when you suffer from arthritis, rheumatism, gout, bursitis, tendinitis, loss of muscular power. It's good for allergies, for hay fever, seasonal allergies, asthma, hives. It's good for neurological disorders such as MS. It's good for circulation and for internal bleeding, for excessive menstruation, hemorrhoids, ulcers, bleeding internally in the lungs and the stomach, diarrhea, dysentery. And it's good for eczema, acne, insect bites, chicken pox, bladder infections. And it's also good for burns and scalds. So those are some of the ideas about stinging nettles. It's also good for pelvic decongestants, parasites, goiter, blood purifier, metabolic disorders, fevers, colds, lupus, bladder infection. It raises blood pressure, but it lowers blood sugar. So that's interesting. Gingivitis, and it's also good to help prevent scurvy, celiac disease, and weight loss.